Hi, my name is Mark Lifland, and today we're going to go over how to use Google Classroom for the purpose of giving continuous feedback. The idea behind this is that you would give an assignment out to all the students in a way that they could easily start writing the assignment, and as the teacher can start to go through all of the students' assignments as they're writing and give them feedback as it's going on. So the first thing you would do is create the assignment in such a way that this would be easier to do, more efficient. So I created an assignment where students had to actually write floor speeches for the mock Congress that they're participating in, and while they were writing those speeches, I wanted to be able to continuously give them feedback. So when I created the assignment, I have to do it as an assignment. It won't work as an announcement, it won't work as a question. The best way to do it is as an assignment. And then you go to the descriptor, and where it says students can view file, you can actually pick from these three options: can view file, can edit the file, or make a copy for each student. So I want them to make it easier for me to make comments on their papers, so I make a copy of the assignment for each student, and I expect that they will write in that assignment. So then the finished product looks like this, and they have these two documents. The first one is the one that we're going to be using for the purpose of writing some continuous comments. When I look at this, I'll have to click on this link right here. So if I click on use this document to write your speeches for the House floor phase, I will then get to this page. And on this page, I'll have on the left-hand side all of the different students within the class. And then on the right-hand pane, I'll have the actual document, like a little thumbnail sketch of each one of the documents. I can click either on the student name or over here, and I like to go over here and just kind of cycle down through each one of the kids, writing like one little comment, and then going back up and starting that commenting process again. It's better to give the comments, I think, as they're going, so they don't go into a direction that's really not what we were looking for. So this is a student's paper, and there's a lot of things I might write a comment on, but there are two things that I notice right away glaringly is that there's spelling issues. So I can write a comment on that. I highlight the word, and then off to the side, this little plus appears, and if I put my mouse over it, it actually says add a comment. When I click on add a comment, this comes up, and then I can write the comment there. And we can use this as a tool to have a conversation with the student about what it is that I would like to see them change within that document. Another cool feature is to use the change from editing mode to suggesting mode. So if I go to the document at the very top of the toolbar, there is this editing thing that's right there. If I click on that, it will give me three different options. And if I click on suggesting editing, what will happen is any edits that I will write will come as comments that they can accept or reject. So you know which mode you're in, because in the top right corner now that I've hit suggesting, it says suggesting. Then I go to that word that's been misspelled, and I actually backspaced and took away the extra L that wasn't needed. And then it becomes this comment off to the side. And when this person wants to accept or reject that, all they can just hit the check button or the X button. And I do this continuously. Like when I'm writing comments on their papers, I often go right into suggesting mode because it's the easiest way. Because I get to start typing in the document, and any of those things that I type go right into commenting. And what I'd suggest is to go through each one of your individual students and write a comment, maybe even just one thing. Let's say you're writing a paper and you have to take a look at their use of evidence. So you only go through and write comments about use of evidence. Or you're only looking for the way in which they quote the document, embed quotes. Or you're looking for how they write a thesis statement. So you can go through all of the documents and only comment on that one particular thing. That way you could get through every single student within the class, and they can all have an understanding of what it is that you want them to do for a specific skill. I find that what ends up happening in the end is I get much better papers, and instead of the comments that you have at the end, which basically go nowhere. If you write, some student writes a paper, they hand it in, they're getting a grade, you write comments. Typically what happens with those comments is they don't even look at them. But if it's a part of the process before they actually hand the assignment in, they're most likely to make those changes and really think about what it is that you're doing. All right, thank you very much.